Good morning, buddy.
Good morning, Christy.
You know what this is?
Yes and no.
Okay. This is the first edition, the very first edition of Hey Neighbor for Davidson County Senior Services.
Hey neighbor.
Yeah,
Okay.
so hey neighbor.
Hi neighbor.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and
Okay.
you can talk to me or you can talk to everybody out there, whichever one you want to, all right? Here we go. All right, so first of all, I know who you are, but tell everybody out there what your name is and how old you are, and be proud of it.
Okay. My name is Theo Morrison, born and raised in Lexington. I'm 81 years old. Love every bit of it.
Woohoo! 81 years young, right?
81 years young.
That's right. That's
You
right.
want to call it that?
That's right. So, what do you remember? You said you were born and raised here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you remember about Lexington when you were growing up?
Okay. Riding a bicycle all the way across town to the swimming pool.
Okay.
I'd go out and do odd jobs to get enough to go swimming in the city pool. I can remember that.
So how far was your house from the city pool?
4 miles.
So you rode your bike 4 miles there and 4 miles back. Okay. All right. Okay. So what was your very first job?
Right out of high school, I went to work at United Furniture, which worked there about 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I left there looking for another job, run into a Navy recruiter. And he said, boy, you don't want to go in anything but the Navy. He said, come back here in the morning. We'll get you started. I went back the next morning. He wasn't there. And it's Air Force Staff Sergeant Martin. He said, no, you don't want to go in the Navy. He said, I have you in the Air Force at the end of the week. So I ended up in the Air Force for 1961 to 1991.
Whoa. So you had 30 years.
Much so.
Very good.
Yep. So,
tell me about some memories of boot camp whenever you first went off.
well, I was at Lackland Air Force Base at Shepherd in Forest Boot Camp. I can remember the open bay barracks, having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And believe it or not, it gets cold in Texas. Mm-hmm. And I can remember a bivouac where we were out going through these maneuvers and everything. I had to climb this big old rope ladder, and I reached up over the top, and splinters underneath my fingernails. And it hurt so I had to go to a little first aid station they had set up, and they pulled them out. So I'll go on, you ain't gonna hurt you. And I went on through the bivouac, and the next thing you know, this rope I had to go across. And it's wet, and down under it was a lake. Guess where I ended up?
I bet you ended up in the lake.
In the lake.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember that.
So any close friends that you maybe still keep in touch with to this day from your days in the military?
Well, I used to have a good friend that lived in Kentucky, which passed away 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he was about the last one that I kept in touch with. And I was his best man at a Catholic wedding, and that was something different. And I really hated to see him go, but his wife's still up there, and I haven't been keeping in touch with him.
Yeah.
That's about, and the rest of them, I don't know where they're at. When I was in Vietnam, I had a good friend. His name was John Berry, and he was from Virginia, and I don't know where he's at to this day.
Yeah. So when did you meet that beautiful bride of yours?
Christine?
Yes, that's the one and only.
Okay. I was stationed KSR Air Force Base in Michigan. That's up there close to Marquette. And I see this big old snowbank, and there she was stuck in a snowbank. So I pulled her out of the snowbank, and that was 52 years ago.
Uh-huh. And so she said thank you, and you won her over, and that was it?
That's it.
Uh-huh.
I put that charm on her. Or was it the other way around?
We need to ask her that. So what was the worst trick that you ever played on somebody? Whether it be Christine or your kids or your friends, or what was the worst trick you ever played? Or the best trick you ever played? Worst trick for them, best trick for you.
Really can't think of none, but I can make up one.
Make up one. Let me hear it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was in Vietnam. We used to prank around.
Uh-huh.
And, well, in the military, we used to pull all kind of pranks. Some that was good, some of them wasn't. But
Yeah.
we used to hit the bars, and we'd throw our hat in the bar, and if the hat stayed in, we went in. If it came back out, we didn't go in. We pulled all kind of pranks, you know. But,
Now, if you could go back to any age at all, what would it be? What was your very favorite age?
I'd say 28.
28. And you were married at that time, right?
No.
Not yet?
Well, I was married, not married.
Okay.
I don't want to go into that deal, but I
Got
had
it.
one I was trying to get rid of, and I finally got rid of her.
Who influenced you the most in your life?
Chuck Yeager.
Chuck Yeager. Okay.
You know who Chuck Yeager was?
No, tell me.
He's the first one that broke the sound barrier.
Oh, okay.
And he retired from the Air Force as a brigadier general.
Okay.
And I met him once, shook his hand, and he was flying his own little airplane, a P-51. And I can remember that. And it
That's
probably
cool.
influenced me more than anybody. I guess that's one reason I stayed in the Air Force.
That's cool. All right. So out of everything that you have done in your life, what are you the most proud of?
I'd say I'm most proud of volunteering. I'm a person, always been volunteered for the military. If I hadn't, I'd probably got drafted in Vietnam. But I've always went out of my way to help someone. I used to do fundraisers in the squadron, and what I really liked more than anything is when I coached Little League ball.
Oh,
We never lost a game.
you had a winning team.
Yeah. And a lot of other teams we played against didn't like it because we constantly was winning. I said, well, I teach my kids to win. As far as I'm concerned, winning is everything. Well, you're supposed to let us win once in a while.
No, that's why they call it winning, right?
Winning.
That's right. So, how would you like to be remembered? What would you like people to say about you?
I'd say easy to get along with, and remembered by trying to make things better, making people smile,
Yep.
which I try.
And you succeed. You make me smile every day.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And once in a while, I like to sing a little bit.
Yep. You like to have fun, like to cut up a little bit.
Yep.
Yep.
I could go into some other stuff, but I will not go to.
We'll keep it clean and G-rated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you got here? What's all this stuff
Oh,
you
it's
got?
pictures.
Pictures of what?
When I was in the military, and pictures of my family, and actually some pictures of Lionel Walls.
Oh, yes. Yes.
pictures that we took here, all the patterns.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Quite a few of us. Now it's pretty well to a handful.
Yep. You're right.
Pretty well a handful.
Well, Theo, thank you for being our guinea pig.
Okay, I'm your guinea pig, and I'm sure glad to be here.
We are certainly glad to have you here.
See you over the rainbow.
No, Theo is one of the most consistent people that come every single day that we're open. He religiously volunteers in our congregate meal site here in Lexington. He is always making everybody laugh, smile. So exactly everything that you said about how you want to be remembered, that's exactly the way that we think about you every single day. So,
Good.
Yep.
Glad to hear it.
We thank you, Theo, for
welcome.
being our neighbor. Thank you for being my neighbor.
Oh. I didn't know. Okay, glad to be your neighbor.
All right.